Hi everybody, welcome back to my FLEATALE finds. So as I had mentioned in my last video, I had purchased a lot of jewelry from a friend of mine who is a collector, and I've sold most of the pieces already to another collector. But before I ship them out, I wanted to show the pieces to you. So let's start off with this amazing necklace. This is one of the Niger pieces that I had mentioned in one of my other videos. It was designed by Max Niger, the Niger brothers, and they did all of this incredible pressed glass jewelry. They had various motifs. I've seen a lot of their jewelry with the Egyptian motifs. This one happens to be Asian in nature, and look at the, it's kind of interesting though, because this almost looks like something called a billiken, which is not Asian, but they all are at the same time. It sort of has like a Buddha feel to it. And then look at the detail on these beads and how the artistic look goes entirely through the necklace. Then I have this lovely, wonderful butterfly pin. These were very popular in Victorian times. They were very sentimental, and they used a lot of items in nature. This one is features a butterfly with its incredible colorful wings, and as you notice over here, there's a little piece of a flower, and most likely, as I mentioned about the sentiment, this looks like it's blonde hair that's in the back. So this sort of would have been known as a mourning piece, where the hair of a loved one was put into the jewelry or worked into the jewelry. This is just one example of many. Then there is this unbelievable blown glass. It's called aventurine. They refer to this gold, these little gold flakes in there as that. And it's Venetian glass, just made in Venice. Colorful, interesting, artistic look. Then here's another example. So this is called a Peacock Eye Glass, or a Peacock Glass, and the reason why is because it's colorful like a peacock's wings, and every now and then you'll see where it almost looks like an eye looking back at you. And in this one, as opposed to this necklace here, it's actually foil that's inside, and it's graduated beads. Then this is a Bakelite necklace. It's called a worry bead necklace. It's popular in, very popular in Middle Eastern cultures. And these were worry beads, and they're very collectible now. You'll see them with Bakelite or amber or fatcheron, and this is just one example of it. Then in this group is this wonderful, this is called a Fir Clip. These stones are all, this is probably set in a gold wash sterling, this aquamarine, and citrine and rose quartz. I love this because it's in its sort of basic earthy form. And let's see if you can get a good look at this. Then there is this, and I had shown one of these before. These are not only known as friendship bracelets, although this one maybe is more a themed bracelet. It seems as though it's from a fire department. Here's there's one of the charms there, and that was probably the company that they were with, and perhaps a wife was wearing this to recognize, another way of recognizing her husband's amazing dedication and work. And this is gold filled. These were very popular during the 50s, especially. And then there are these. So these are by Fendi, the amazing Italian designer. And these were probably done in the 70s, 80s, most likely. They're signed Fendi. I don't know if you can see. They're made very well with an incredible gold plate. And these are glass, and they're heavy and just a wonderful quality. Many times you'll see them with the F insignia. These don't have it on the front, but no lacking the amazing quality of this company. Then here is a sort of Byzantine, I guess. This is by Kenneth J. Lane. So this is one of his pieces, original pieces from the 60s, not one of the pieces that he, well, he sadly is no longer around, but this is one of the pieces when he was, I believe, starting to design, and this is heavy glass and just an unbelievable quality, and there's his little tag on there, and the design goes all the way through. I mean, this is a spectacular heavy piece with wonderful sound and shape and design, and one of the reasons why he was so prolific and popular. Then another piece, I have to reattach this. This is by Lanvin. It's a French designer. Lanvin started in the probably 1920s, around that time, and was a woman, Jean Lanvin. And this is from France. This is one of the pieces from the, I would say, 60s or 70s. It's a modernist piece and very collectible, very, very interesting. Then there is, let's see, let's go this direction. So these are Bakelite. These are unbelievably carved the entire way around Bakelite bracelets. They're heavy, they make that wonderful Bakelite sound. They were tested and have just an amazing look to them. And just to show how Bakelite was used in so many different ways and forms, here's another example of Bakelite, and this is called the corn color, and you can see why. And it's carved, not incredibly carved. I mean, you can see the difference in the carving, but you wear a group of these or a group of these or together, and again, there's that wonderful Bakelite sound when it clangs together. Then I got, in this group, there is Jade. So there's so much to say about Jade. I mean, books and books and books are written on it. I know a little bit about Jade. I'm familiar with it. But there are so many different types, and there's mutton fat and imperial jade and jadeite and nephrite. And so all I can say is when I find a piece that's spectacular, I purchase it. And this is probably an earlier piece. I can't tell if this was an export, but just wonderful detail. And I don't know if you can see the carving that's in here, but it's really rather spectacular. And then here is another example of jade, and these are beads, and they're very heavy. And this was probably an export because of the clasp. And these are Carnelian beads, which was a popular combination and used in Asian design. Just, again, amazing. And then, so this is jade. These are probably chrysoprase, semi-precious, but they just look really nice together. Then here are more. These are bracelets, and there's something about jade where they say you can, one of the ways you can tell is that it's cold to the touch, and you can see how much colder these are, or they're cool as compared to the other jewelry that's on the table. Then there's a piece like this, and made by a lot of different companies. This one's not signed, but it's most likely a gold wash sterling silver. Vandel was a company that was very well known for making these. A lot of companies did, and these were probably from the 40s when there was a shortage of metal during the war. But you can see how artistic it is and colorful, and how the colorful crystal was added to it for an extra embellishment. Then here are more of the wedding cake beads, and what makes this especially nice is that this is called, I believe, a latticino necklace, in that it almost looks like there's sort of like a lattice work on here. I mean, these are really extraordinary. You don't find these that often. I don't know if you can see the incredible quality in them. Then there is this necklace, and one of the reasons why I wanted to show this is a Miriam Haskell necklace, and it's signed on the clasp here, Miriam Haskell. It's so not what you think of when you think of Miriam Haskell. When you think of Haskell, you think of these tiny seed pearls and clear crystal and fish scale, which is what initially they used to make the pearls so iridescent. But this is probably about as far away from there as you can get, yet there's still a lovely artistry in here. Then here is one of the micro Mosaic bracelets, and these are the little tesserae that are inside of them. Just a really, really nice bracelet attached. It doesn't appear that any of the glass pieces, tiny glass pieces, are missing, and these were very, very popular, bought home as souvenirs from lovely Italy. And then here is another one of the Boucher pieces, Marcel Boucher, who I've mentioned many times before. He worked designing for very fine jewelry companies, and you can see that in his work here. Just a very lovely, unusual, looks real. They look like incredible emeralds, and I would be proud to wear his jewelry. And then here is a very nice, you see this motif a lot, these feathers just filled with sort of pave rhinestones. Just a nice example. Oh, and then here's another jade piece, and this most likely is part of a powder jar. I'm not really sure, but again, just has a really nice look to it. And then finally, there is this, which is sort of like a chatelaine kind of pin, and these almost remind me of Fragonard paintings. And just look at the lovely little charms, and the sound that they make. And a very interesting piece of jewelry, a wonderful sound, and very decorative. So those are the pieces in this lot of jewelry. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the jewelry with me as much as I've enjoyed sharing it with you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you with my next group of jewelry from this collection. Thank you for watching. Bye.